A lot of you have obviously been wondering whether NEIRO is still a good investment because you have been seeing the price of NEIRO do extremely good numbers in the past couple of months. And take a look at these statistics. For the past 30 days, right, a lot of people have made profits. 3,228% in the last 30 days. 14 days ago, right? People made almost a 50%. 7 days ago, that was a 67.5% price increment. So a lot of you are beginning to debate. Are you going to invest in NEIRO right now, or should you perhaps wait for the prices to go a little bit later? In today's episode, we're going to be talking about all that. We are also going to talk about a little bit of technical analysis as far as the micro, or rather the short-term time frame is concerned, because I do not really want you guys to end up making a very bad investment decision right now. So if you were to ask me, right, is NEIRO a good investment? Should you be buying NEIRO and just stockpiling it for the next year? The answer is absolutely yes. However, if you are looking for short-term sort of trading advice, if you are going to be investing in NEIRO and hoping to cash out in the next 2 to 1 month, I suggest you wait. All right. So overall, in the next 1 year, 2 years, NEIRO is definitely going to be a very good investment. And this is one of the reasons why I am, encouraging you to sort of dollar cost average. So let's take a look at the statistics of NEIRO. Why should you be investing in NEIRO, and why is it going to do extremely well? And does it have more leg room to push towards the upside? Because a lot of people have already made, 30x's. A lot of people have made more than 20x on NEIRO. So are you late to the party? So now, looking at the numbers, right? The market cap of NEIRO is 736 million US dollars, while the fully diluted valuation is 736 million US dollars, which is pretty equal. There's very good equilibrium between the market cap and the fully diluted valuation, due to the fact that the total supply, which is around 420 billion, it's pretty similar to the circulating supply, which is also 420 billion US dollars. They are pretty much the same, and the maximum supply is also the same. So when it comes to the inflation rate of this particular project, right, everything is absolutely well defined, and the data points are absolutely as they should be, because we have all the statistics that are involved. So from here onwards, it's all about supply and demand. It's all about the buyers and the sellers, because all the coins are out there, and everything is available for us to decipher. So now let's take a look at when this particular project was, released to the general public. So this has been in existence since August 1st August 2024. So basically August, September, October. This coin is only 3 months old. You have to understand that this coin hasn't really stood the test of time. However, it is a very bullish coin, and there's a lot of interest, there's a lot of demand. Therefore, there's a high likelihood that it would do very well. Moreover, the blatant cryptocurrency bull market is going to be full-fledged super pumping in 2025. So this obviously gives a lot of room for NEIRO. But you have to remember that since there has been a lot of influx buyers and a lot of people just jumping onto the NEIRO bandwagon, right? These early investors are going to be cashing out. By the time these guys end up offloading and dumping the markets, right, there's going to be a period where the price will have to sort of fluctuate, range, and just basically be boring. So this is one of the reasons why you should not FOMO. Take your time, give it some time, and wait for the best optimum prices to come back. So how are you going to be able to figure out the best optimum prices? For example, right over here, if you take a look at this particular level, right, before the major price pump, definitely the price is definitely going to come back to these levels at some point. So you're obviously looking at 800th of a cent, which is about 0.0008 cents. Okay, so this particular level, the price is definitely going to come back down. It could even potentially come back to about 1/10 of a cent right over here, and the price is definitely going to sort of retest. So there's no reason for you to rush. Okay, obviously the best optimum entry was these levels when the price was having some sort of price discovery right over here before the demand was way too much. This was the optimum buying entry. But again, who would have figured, who would have guessed? To a lot of people who had insider knowledge, right? Obviously, this was a massive W. You guys really won, and you guys ended up doing very well. But for a lot of regular investors like me, we're obviously getting to find out about NEIRO right now. And, the people who invested in NEIRO about 30 days ago, these guys are pretty savvy. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people are beginning to open their eyes to the fact that NEIRO can actually do very well right now. So all you got to do is just wait, because I really believe if you take a look at the technical analysis, okay, there's a lot of room for correction. So right now we're having a little bit of topping signals. We're coming to the point when the sellers outweigh the number of buyers, because a lot of bullish news have already occurred. Number one, it was listed on Binance. Number two, a lot of marketing was conducted, plus a lot of trading volume came in. So there isn't way much more exciting stuff to further propel the price of NEIRO to continue going up. So that bullish factor is dying down due to the fact that, number one, there's going to be a lot of price corrections, which is going to further discourage a lot of people, and there's going to be a loss in trading momentum towards the upside, which is going to make the price come back lower. So if you take a look at this particular price control region, right, take a look at this red line right over here. This is a very good area of heavy buying right over here. So best believe the people who bought here are definitely going to be selling. Okay, and I'm talking about 0.00097. So basically 900th of a cent. So this particular volume node is very important. So if you take a look at the price discrepancy, right, between this level, where the price is definitely going to come back down, and the current level, it is obviously a fact that the price is going to at least come back down to this particular node, the pre-breakout level right over here. So there's more room for correction, and in case you guys are having the formal bug hit you right now, all you got to do is be patient, baby. Just let it breathe a little bit, find some other plays, and as you can see right over here, this particular trading action is indicative of a correction which is bound to happen. So there's a lot of selling right over here. There's a lot of offloading, and of course maybe we might have a little bit of a push towards the upside. We might potentially have another 20 to about 30%, 40% price move towards the upside, and then that major correction is going to happen. So would you want to have would you want to be stuck in the next 3 weeks just for would you want to be stuck for the next 2 months in case you don't end up cashing up, in case you do not end up cashing out the little profit, the little upside which is remaining? Because right now the room to the upside in the next 2 months is obviously about 30%, 50% maximum in the next 1 month to about 2 months. And there's going to be a steep correction, which could potentially correct by about 70%, maybe 110% etc. So my question to you is, would you risk your portfolio for a 30% when there's a high probability that this particular project can end up correcting more than 80% in the next 2 months? So my suggestion to you is, yes, NEIRO is a very good long-term investment, but for now, at least chill. Wait for the prices to retrace by about 80%. The reason why I really believe that the price is going to retrace by about 80% in the next, 4 to about 8 weeks is it had a very dramatic rise. The faster you rise, the faster you correct. All right. So do not get infatuated. The people who really made a lot of money are already beginning to cash out. These guys are buying Lamborghinis right now. So if you end up buying their bags, you're the ones who are going to solidify their cashing out process. So do not be that guy who's going to make somebody get a Lamborghini while you end up, bag holding your their bags, So this is one of the reasons why you just have to take it easy. Now, let's take a look at the long-term perspective of NEIRO. Yes, NEIRO can actually do another 10x. It can easily go to 7 billion. It can easily go to, I don't know, 20 billion US dollars as its market cap. As it stands right now, it's close to a billion. A lot of times when a new cryptocurrency pumps all the way close to a billion US dollars, it's cashing out season, because a lot of people are only invested, or rather a lot of savvy traders out there usually love getting into a project when it is between 5 million US dollars to maximum 100 million US dollars. So if you're going to be investing in a cryptocurrency project that has got a market cap and a fully diluted valuation of over 100 million US dollars, then obviously you are willing to wait for a longer period of time, because a lot of people usually invest between 5 million to about 50 million. You get my point? So if you are going to be buying and holding a cryptocurrency that has almost done a billion US dollars in terms of market cap valuation, then I guess you're willing to wait for the next 3 years, because potentially in 3 years, that's when you can have, or rather from now, up to the next 3 years, that's when you can potentially do another 10x, because it's easier for a coin to pump from about 5 million US dollars to 500 or even a billion US dollars. So when this happens, it's cashing out season. The people who were early in that particular project are already millionaires. A lot of them are going to be cashing out. So why would you want to invest in something which is already close to a billion US dollars? All right. So when it comes to these meme coins, they are extremely volatile, extremely risky. So I wouldn't advise anybody to sort of invest in meme coins that are already above 100 million US dollars. For crying out loud, I wouldn't even invest in any meme coin which is even above 50 million US dollars if you were to ask me. So that is just me being extremely cautious, because I have been in these markets for a long period of time and I really know how the cookie crumbles. So as far as the technical analysis is concerned, in case you guys are still interested in that, right, all you gotta do is figure out where the price control areas are. So for the past couple of days, right, obviously these white lines represent the highest traded volume contracts. That really gives us an insight as to where a lot of these market makers were making their moves. So as you can see, we've got this level right over here, that level right over there, and that level right over here. So as it stands right now, we are trading at the area where there is a lot of buying and selling. So this particular level, as you can see right now, we are just dangling above this long, vertical line right over here, which is representing the price control area, which really represents a position or a point in the market where there is extreme selling and buying in terms of the contracts. Okay, what does that mean? It means there's a lot of exchanging of hands between the buyers and the sellers right now. And due to the fact that we have had a very blatant uptrend for the past couple of days, right, this is the turnaround area. This is the point where the price is not going to go further, because there's a lot of people dumping on the market right now. And that selling pressure won't be enough in order for the bulls to sort of, or rather the sell pressure will outweigh the buying pressure. And this is one of the reasons why we're going to see a steep correction, probably to this level. So we're going to go back to this area before we had a blatant breakout. So this level is definitely going to be retested. So this previous resistance right over here. So let me even highlight it for you guys so that you understand exactly what I'm talking about. So this particular resistance right over here, okay, this resistance, let me even turn it into red so that it can be clear. This resistance is going to be retested, and right now we are at the beginning of the end of this particular run, and we're going to see a retest. So a lot of traders are going to be placing their buying bids right over here. So we're going to see the price retrace. If the price of NEIRO is going to still be bullish, right, then we're going to see a quick massive turnaround and a continuation towards the upside. So if you're looking for an immediate entry on a lower level, I would target the previous resistance right over here at 0.0013. So basically about 1/10 of a cent. That's something I would be looking forward to in terms of finding those entries right over here, because we have a lot of what you call this control point in terms of buying and selling equilibrium right over here. This is a very good juicy massive area that has got a lot of liquidity, and as you can see, right, the highest traded node is around this particular level. So take a look at how high this particular node is. So we've got that high node right over there, and we also have this node right over here, and they are both at the bottom. So best believe at some point in the next coming 2 months, the price of NEIRO is definitely going to drop as low as this level and even retest this level. So there's absolutely no reason for you to sort of rush, especially if you didn't buy NEIRO. So if you take a look at that particular price drop, right, that's almost 100% price drop. So if you really wanted the fairest price, I would consider these levels if I were you. So let me just get rid of that. So if I were you, if I'm trying to sort of get into NEIRO for the next 3 years and just hold it, I would look for lower prices, such as that particular node that I showed you earlier, and that is a very dramatic drop towards the downside. So if you take a look at the 4 hours, the 4 hours is even showing us doji candles. If you know anything about Heikin-Ashi candles, right, doji candles highlight the fact that you're coming to an exhaustion of the current trend. So we obviously had a very good blatant uptrend, and right now we are beginning to sort of doji, and it's just telling us that the buying pressure is becoming a little bit slow. We're losing momentum as far as the buying pressure is concerned. So we're going to have a reversal. So take a look at this trading volume right over there, but the best trading node is right over here, this level. Look out for this level. So if I were you, I would obviously go for this level. But of course, the FOMO is crazy. I mean, you guys understand how it is, especially when you're trying to get in a coin, right? It just keeps on rising. It never comes back down. But the moment you get to purchase and buy it, that's when you see it decrease by about 100% in a short period of time. So best believe keeping it well relaxed and easy, and just be patient. Wait for the price to come back down. It will come back down. It's not a matter of if, but when. It's just a matter of when. So just be patient and do not FOMO. I can only encourage you to trade if you're going to be like scalping in and out. If you're going to be buying NEIRO right now, selling it in the next 24 to about 72 hours, then that's good. If you're very good at trading, if you can go in and out and not get stuck, if you guys are very good at using stop losses, then yes, you can buy NEIRO right now and do what you have to do. So this is where I would put my buying entry if I were you, and this is where I would look for that nice solid buy entry in order for me to sort of get to capitalize off of the long-term bullish trend. So as it stands right now, for me, NEIRO as a meme coin is a little bit overvalued right now, 736. And of course, a lot of you guys are going to be comparing it to Doge. Because Doge is like over 15 billion US dollars as the market cap, right? Well, NEIRO is not Doge, and Doge has been around for a slightly longer period of time in comparison to NEIRO. So yeah, NEIRO can potentially do what Doge did, but we do not know. Okay, so that's all I had for you. Are you going to be investing in NEIRO? Do you think it's a very good cryptocurrency project to keep for the future? And what are your overall plans? Please let me know in the comment section below. You guys have been awesome. Hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let me know if there are any other cryptocurrencies you would love me to break down and just basically decipher, because a lot of you guys have got a tendency to FOMO. FOMO is the killer of cryptocurrency portfolios. Do not be that guy. So you need to listen to a guy like me who's going to, put you in check and tell you what it is like it is. So yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel and let's keep the profits rolling in. You guys have been awesome. Take care and God bless you.